All right, well, welcome. We're at the top of the hour. We're going to go ahead and get our webinar masterclass started, and we're going to be learning how to build your business using fast joint ventures. And I say that intentionally. Hey, welcome. I'm Machen McDonald. I'm going to be your masterclass instructor for today, and we're going to help you grow your business. So I see people are starting to come into the room here. So we'll fill it up with some key questions that you might have. If there's anything specific that you want to make sure we cover, just put that in the chat and we'll make sure that we do get rocking and rolling on that. So as we move forward today, what I'd like to do is just kind of share what I call the rules of the room, rules of the road, so to say. And that is, I want you to be willing to be curious. In other words, when you hear an idea or a concept that we're going to be talking about today, rather than letting the monkey mind say, well, that might work for other people or other businesses, but it's not going to work in my world, just check that voice, put it on hold for now, just take in the information. And at the end of it, if you want to take back your limited thinking, you're more than happy to do that. But for right now, for this next hour, I invite you to give yourself the gift, meaning a genius, intentional focus of time, right? This is your opportunity to block the world away, to work on your business, not just in your business. And with that, it's important to know what you need to get from our time today. We're going to be talking about joint ventures and strategic alliances and how to work with those. So give some thought to what that is. And just to let you know, our goal is basically to help you increase your revenue by a minimum of 1% per week, so that over the course of 12 months, you'll see a minimum increase of 50% in your total revenue and basically a doubling of your profits. We do these gyms every other week where we bring you some ideas that you can tweak your business and hopefully get another client or two or 10 or whatever the case might be to grow your business. And even though the information we represent is kind of transactional, meaning do this, then this, then this, then this, we're going to reinforce that information with examples and suggestions so that you can use the information to completely transform your business. All right. So what I'd like to see, I want everybody to warm up their fingers here because I'm going to ask you to type some stuff into the chat. That's how we can communicate. And if you have a question, just raise your hand. I'll take you off mute and we can go that route too. But here's what I want to ask you is you came to this webinar with something in mind. There's something that you want to make sure you get, something you learn that will lead you ultimately to getting more of something, more clients, more money, increased case size, whatever it might be. So what is that for you? What are you here for investing your time and energy? And just type it into the chat. Let me know where everybody's mind is on this. And again, the GYM is an acronym that means guide your mind. That's what we're here to do, is to guide your mind towards more prosperity, more success, more fulfillment, and more joy. So in order for me to do that, to affect that, I need to know what you're here to get, okay? It's not just about me being a talking head. And then also, you know, maybe another way to look at it is what needs to change or improve in order for your business to grow. Okay, so again, put that in the chat. Let me see what that is for everybody. Okay, when people come to these types of calls, oftentimes what they're trying to get a sense of is, you know, I need a plan, or I just need a good idea or two that I can, you know, start to polish up and run with. Or maybe it's just a distinction. You know, I know the subject's going to be joint ventures. I'm not quite sure what that is or how to do it. So, you know, I just want to get a sense of familiarity or an awareness around it. So it's different for everybody. Thanks, Jerry. How to create an effective joint venture is what Jerry's wanting to make sure that he gets out of today's meeting. Charles is new ideas for expanding. Perfect, perfect. So we're all in the right room, which is what I want to make sure of. And here's today's strategy. Basically, I'm going to share with you how to grow your business through the power of joint ventures and really what joint ventures are. I'm going to give you some ideas how you can actually get started on this. Maybe not over the weekend, since we got a 3-day weekend, which is nice. I know we're all looking forward to that, but maybe next week or the following week. And then more importantly, is identifying what a right fit JV partner is for you. It's going to be different for everybody, but I'm going to show you how to identify who that right JV fit is for you. And then I'm going to share with you some tips that you can use to attract high quality JV partners, because we don't want to partner with people that might be an embarrassment to us, just as they're not going to want to partner with anybody that could be an embarrassment to them, right? We all have a brand that we're looking to protect and grow, and it's vice versa. So we want to make sure that we have all that in place. In addition to that, the best way to position our products and services are extremely important. We all have different products and services. This is really about shining the light on them in the best way possible so that the JV partners are going to want to be part of it. They're going to want to offer it to their clients because it makes them look good, right? It's, it's as simple as nobody likes cold dead fish to eat. However, a lot of people pay a lot of money for sushi, right? It's all packaging, it's all marketing. So we've got to polish it up and work with our JVs to help them and make them want to get that out there. And then at the very end, I'm going to share with you 5 critical steps to create your JV partnership. So before we jump in, are there any questions that anybody has about today's upcoming webinar? Just put it in the chat. I'll keep an eye on the chat and we'll go from there. Let's see. All right, new and expanding ideas, something better than physical appointments. Okay, great. So let's take a look at what a joint venture really is. And sometimes we hear it known as strategic alliances. They're either a formal or an informal relationship, right? It involves 2 or more businesses forming a partnership to share markets, common markets, or endorse a product or service to their customer base, and then exchanging and participating in the shares of the revenue that come from the sale of that product or service or joint bundled product or service. So it's really important to understand who you want to be working with, what can they bring to the table, what can you bring to the table as well. So when you think about this, you have to have 2 key questions that you can answer. And the first question is, who are my ideal clients? Who are my ideal clients? So in other words, if I work with people that are open-minded, kind-hearted people, right? I want to know the core essence of those people. And we've done this work on other past gyms. So if you're not familiar with how to identify your ideal client, just send me a note. I'll make sure you get that recording and so forth, so to help you in that regard. But you got to know who your ideal client is, okay? Now, there's probably a target market, maybe even a niche within that market. If your ideal client are plumbers, you might think, well, maybe they're left-handed plumbers. Are they a big plumbing company, or are they Chuck in the truck kind of plumber, right? Everybody has different criteria for who their ideal client is. And then the next question you've got to be thinking about is, who else already has access to my ideal clients, okay, to the database of ideal clients. So as an example, if I'm a painting contractor, who has a database of people that have my canvas, okay, meaning a house, okay? So that might be a realtor. So a realtor would be a good logical partner for a joint venture, okay? Because they can put me in contact with people that own homes and need my product and service as a painter, and vice versa, right? They're selling homes. I'm always working on homes. I can refer back and forth. Now, together, we may want to put something together as a package for a homeowner that can benefit them and make both of us look good. And we'll talk more about that in a little bit. So what we have to really recognize when we are identifying our ideal clients and then looking for who may have a list of those clients that they can introduce us to or market us to is we have to have a clear sense of how can I make this partnership favorable? In other words, how can we make it so that they can't live without it? And the way that we do that is we highlight the benefits of a joint venture to our potential partner. So what I want you to do first, before you look at this list, is I want you to grab a piece of paper and just, or if you're on your screen, you can type this in, but given your product or service, I want you to start to make a list of potential power partners. Now, I see a few of you on here are in the financial services world, right? So as an advisor, our power partner are going to be people like CPAs, perhaps estate planning attorneys, maybe business attorneys, okay? Let me hear from a few of you. What's another potential JV partner or strategic alliance? In other words, who do you share commonalities with regards to clients? Their clients make great clients for you, and your clients are great clients for them. And you're not in competition, obviously. So as a financial advisor, let me know in the chat who might be a good strategic partner, joint venture partner, strategic alliance. Who might that be for you? Okay. Now, when we think about that, now what we have to do is like, okay, if I'm going to be targeting accountants, which by the way, those of you that know me, I used to be a financial advisor and I sold that practice. Now I moved into coaching small business owners, including financial advisors. I have strategic power partners, joint ventures with attorneys. Now, why is that? Attorneys' ideal clients are small business owners. My ideal clients are small business owners. Now, the accountants that I work with don't do what I do, and I don't do what they do. However, they bring me in to help their clients make more money, right? That gives them business to show them how to shield most of that income from taxes or to monetize and optimize. So notice who your ideal client is. And now what you want to do is you want to think about what your product or offering or services are and go through this list here of the benefits. So how is your product or service going to make your joint venture partner more visible to their prospective clients? How is it going to build and maintain trust and sustainability with their existing clients? And how can it lead to more sales? Right? We've all heard the saying, everybody's tuned into the radio station WIIFM, which means what's in it for me, right? So we have to be speaking in benefits language. All right. Now, the other item that we have to know is this can actually open up new distribution channels for each of us in a joint venture, right? There's going to be different ways that they can start to get their products and services out, i.e. through me as their joint venture partner, through other avenues that I offer, right? I'm doing webinars like this. I can mention their products and services or bundle their products and services on top of this. I could use it as a bonus offering at the end of a webinar, let's say, or at the end of a live presentation to bring things into that. So there's all kinds of ways that we can increase new distribution channels for both of us. It's also going to reveal new markets to enter, right? So as an example, you might be working with an accountant or a special needs attorney or a divorce attorney, and you might recognize that, oh, they are working with this specific niche or this whole market that I've never really recognized could be in need of my products or services, and vice versa, right? So it opens up whole new markets to enter. And the bottom line with this is it's going to grow our opt-in list. for future sales. Now, if you've been on a couple of the other gyms, you notice that I reference this quite a bit. I call the market out there, the different prospects out there, there's filled with now buyers and future buyers. And only 1% of the people that we bump up against today are now buyers. In other words, they've done their research, they've got the need, they've got the pain and the money to go ahead and hire us for what they need. Only 1%, right? It's timing. But 99% of the people we come up in front of are future buyers. Obviously not today, but maybe tomorrow, next week, next month, next quarter, next year. So we've got to have a campaign that stays in front of them. And that's what we call our list. So we want to continually add to our list of prospective buyers, of future buyers, so that we can find a way to stay in touch with them so that when they're ready to buy, who do they think of? That's right, they think of us. Okay, so it's really important to understand this. Think of this, 5 years from today, okay, that takes us out to 2025, 26. 50% of your clients are probably going to be people you don't know today, right? But they're going to be people that you've bumped into and got into your pipeline, onto your list. And now you get to share with them your goodness through the form of special reports, some emails, some videos, some webinars, things like this, where they get to know you and like you and trust you and eventually become that future buyer that is now a now buyer, right? So that's the power of the list. And you need to be communicating this to your future joint venture partners, is help them understand the value of growing their list, and that you've got on your list a lot of those people that they probably would like to have on their list, and vice versa. All right. We also have to have the increased ability to bundle products and offerings. Now, I understand, compliance can sometimes put the kibosh on our creativity with regards to what we can and can't offer, what we can and can't charge for. And don't let that get in your way. Okay. Meaning, I'm not saying to step outside the boundaries of compliance. We definitely have to stay in the lane, and we can always add more value, right? We can always stack value on top of what we're providing to our clients in the form of products and services. So, keep this in mind, tuck this in the back of your mind. If somebody ever tells you that your products or services are too expensive or that they can get them cheaper elsewhere, it's never about the price. Never, ever. It's clearly they don't associate enough value to what you're offering. Okay. Now, with that being said, if you're hearing that they can do better, they can get it for cheaper, or what you have is too expensive, that's just feedback for you to go, okay, I need to stack more value on top of what they're getting for what I'm asking them to invest or pay for. So, in a regulated world, there are products and services that you can't affect the price. You can't discount it even if you wanted to. And you can offer more goodness, more value by them working with you. So even though I might buy an insurance product from Joe or Sally Blow, and their product may be more expensive than everybody else, but if I know I get all this other stuff on top of it, it kind of takes price out of the equation. So know what you can bring to the table. What can you offer in the form of videos, in the form of white papers and special reports, in the form of a joint venture, right? If you get me, if you pay for my products and services, you also get this. You get my joint venture partner, right? Whether it's the accountant or the estate planning attorney or whatever it might be, you get access to them, or you get them, you know, for the friends and family pricing or whatever that might be. So there's ways to get creative. But for this purposes, you've got to let the joint venture partner know that you have products and services that they can bring to their ideal clients that will help them create more value, because they're bumping up against the pricing thing just like anybody else. So this is your way of helping them with one of their challenges of maybe pricing or rejection with regards to pricing. And then finally, you want to make your joint venture the hero in their client's eyes, right? We've all been referred to somebody, and that somebody helped us in a big way. Way back in the day when I was first starting in the insurance world back in like the mid 80s, I did well, but I lived in California. So sometimes I had a little more month left at the end of my money. Okay. And I was having some challenges qualifying for my first home. And a friend of mine who was a realtor referred me to a mortgage broker that worked absolute magic, because I had some credit issues at a younger age. And they showed me how to clean some stuff up, how to position certain things in certain ways, not, you know, being subdiffusive or anything like that. It was all above board, but things I just didn't know to do. Anyway, they guided me. And that was amazing value. And I'm so thankful to that realtor that referred me to that mortgage broker. That made the realtor look like a rock star in my eyes. And obviously they got the transaction, right? So make your strategic partner look like a hero in the eyes of their clients. Okay. So any questions around any of that so far? Okay. So proof and preparation. In other words, to be that trusted advisor, to be that value in the joint venture partnership, you got to do a little homework. I'm here to tell you, it's not just flipping a switch and running with it. So here's kind of the homework that you have to do. First off, give some thought to what product or service you might want them to offer your clients that you can maybe offer at a discount or just make them aware and kind of package some value with it, and vice versa. What can you provide to your strategic partner? Okay. And actually create some material around that, you know, create a sample brochure that conveys the idea of the joint venture. Okay. No reason you can't do that, because you're going to put that out there. There's going to be some people that say, hey, this looks great, I'd like to learn more. And there's going to be others that are like, nope, that's not what we're about. And that's okay. It's okay. You've got to find the ones that they get it. That's like anything. Now, you want to also show them why your product, your service, your value is in high demand. Okay. Now, that can look like providing testimonials. Now, I know in the financial services world, you can't use those, or you can't get them anyway, and use them for marketing. However, if you've been in business for 5, 10, 20 years, basically that is code for I'm in demand, right? I've been successful. I'm growing every year. More and more people are wanting my services. That's in demand, because people want to ride the coattails of somebody that's in demand, right? It's good for them. It's guilt by association, if you will. Now, do your homework. Find out from them who their typical clients are, what are the typical problems and areas that their clients bump up against that maybe your partner can't solve, but you can solve, right? So for an advisor, a lot of accountants that they might work with may not be licensed to sell the products and services that you're licensed to sell. And they may be licensed to sell them, and yet they really don't understand them. They don't know how to position them, how to sell them. Okay. So they don't want to sell it because they know it just means more work, and it pulls them out of their comfort zone and out of their zone of brilliance. However, if they have you on their side, you can be the person that they just hand that off to. And because they are licensed, they can get a split, right? So there's always ways to work this. So don't starve at the barbecue, right? There's always ways to work it. I help my clients all the time structure joint ventures with certain strategic partners, right? And I'll get on the phone with them and that prospective partner and kind of pull different ideas around and look at what they can do and what makes sense and where they may want to not do something, because I can tell them, you know, it's not going to work because I've seen it not work 10 times, right? So borrow the brilliance from other people. Okay, so that's what I mean by doing your homework. And remember, stay focused on the benefits. Got to stay focused on the benefits. What's in it for them? How can they benefit? How can they transform their business through the joint ventureship? And what's the impact? How's it going to change their life, right? Have those ideas clear so that you can compellingly communicate them so that they get it, so that there's no reason why they wouldn't want to be your partner, okay? And, you know, you can offer something special. Now, again, I know, you know, we can't discount in certain industries. We can't, you know, split commissions if somebody's not licensed. There's things of that nature. But if you're not limited to that, sometimes what you can do is, you know, there are affiliate programs. There's commission structures. Most are around, you know, 20%. Somebody gives you a lead and you put them on for 20%, or you discount something by 20%. But what about going as high as like 55%, right? If you were to provide a client and I say, look, I will pay you 55% of that fee that a client pays me, that's pretty big incentive for them. Now, I'm giving away 55%. Yeah, but it's 55% of what I wouldn't have had. So I'm actually getting to keep 45%. 45% of something is better than 100% of nothing, right? So again, it's your business. You get to make this stuff up. Again, staying in the lanes of compliance, okay? But be creative, right? There's all kinds of ways to do this. And then it also gives you the opportunity to create what we call follow-up bundle offers, so that when a client does become a client, you can offer them ongoing products and services beyond what it is that you do through that joint venture. Okay, so that's the magic of it. So that's where you want to have fun. So here's an example, right? Let's assume that a joint venture partner has a database of 5,000 people that, you know, the bulk of that are people that are an ideal prospect or an ideal client for you. Okay. Now, let's assume that you've got a sales letter that you use with your prospects that's tested, and it's got a conversion rate of about 3%. And that the average open rate on that is 40%. Well, your partner, if they put that letter out to their 5,000 people, that basically generates about $3,000 in profit, assuming that we're talking about like a $50 widget. So most of us here are not offering $50 widgets. We're offering much larger widgets. So think of the numbers that you can have if you pair up with the right strategic partner. Okay. So here's an example of how we're doing it, right? This is a strategy that we're using. We created we created 7 free business videos that we are sharing, or we're making available for an accountant to share with their clients. Now, they share that with their clients. They watch our video and they see presentations like this, different things that they can do in their business, and they're getting great ideas. And we also offer them the ability of, you know, with a free consultation. That's tremendous value for them. And they're so appreciative to their accountant for providing these videos that don't cost them anything, doesn't cost the accountant anything, doesn't cost the prospect or their client anything. And for us, it's kind of stuff we do anyway. So we just packaged it, put a little window dressing on it and private labeled it for each of the accountants that we work with. And we get introductions all week long, all month long from those accountants. That's the power of this. All right. And so, we also go to the trouble of showing the accountant, here's how you tee this up, right? Don't make them think. Don't ever make your clients or your partners think. Do the thinking for them. Make it real easy for them just to cut and paste and drop in and push a button and make it happen. Do the work on your end. It'll be well worth it. Okay, so you are doing a little work on the front end to get this in place so that your strategic partners can create the flow coming in where you can be compensated as a result of this little bit of work that you do in the beginning. And this is where I can help you, okay? I can sit with you and work this through with you on how to help your strategic partner get this in place. We'll craft the letters, we'll craft the emails, we'll put together the offering, package it. It's all awesome in how it works. It doesn't cost you any additional stuff. This is what we do. All right. Now, sample email that you might want to send out. You got to choose a compelling headline or subject line, right? Check this out. Amazingly, that gets things opened. You want to know, here's a little insight. If you're marketing, you want to know the best subject headline. I just want to see if you're still there. So type yes or yes in the chat. Do you want to know the best subject headline to get your email opened? Okay. It's capital R, capital E, colon, and that's it. Okay. That and just leaving it blank. People will open it because they don't know what it is. If it's an RE colon, it looks like it's been something that they've been responding to and that they're in the string already. So they'll open it up. Trust me, it works. Don't abuse it, right? It works once or twice with people. But if you've got a really important, compelling email that you're wanting people to open up, just put RE colon in there. Okay. It's magic. It's absolute magic. All right. So now you've got to grab their attention. You've got to have a compelling first couple sentences. And we've talked about this in the past with regards to knowing what your CAMP is, your compelling, attractive marketing position, CAMP. So the CAMP answers these two questions. What's the problem my ideal client or my ideal JV partner has that they don't want? And number two, what's the result or the outcome or solution they want that they don't have yet that we can provide them? Okay. If you have that as your headline and your subheadline in the body, in the text of your email, that gets and keeps their attention and they'll read more. And then show them what the offering is. So like for us, it's, hey, check out these business growth videos, 7 powerful strategies that will help you attract more clients, drive more cash, and grow your business even during a recession, or even during confungal times of COVID, or even during a boom market, a bear market, whatever. Okay, whatever time you find yourself in, somebody's going to see it as a challenge. Somebody's going to need more of something. Just tie into that. It's that simple. Okay. All right. Now you do need to overcome the obstacles. And here's what I mean. Most small business owners are desperate, right, for proven, tested ways to get in front of more qualified people. Your joint venture partner is no different. They're trying to figure out how to get in front of more people just as you are, right? You're on this webinar trying to find out, how can I get in front of more people? Maybe a JV partnership is a way. Okay. So you're worried about how to get in front of more people. So is a potential JV partner, right? Here's a great place, right? Look for advertising. Look for billboards. By the way, hopefully there's no billboard salespeople here, but billboards for the most part are an absolute waste of marketing dollars. Okay. Now here's what you do. If you see, Joe Blow CPA and you're an advisor, if you see Joe Blow CPA billboard up there, call Joe Blow and say, hey, Joe, I just saw your billboard. Now Joe's going to get all lathered up thinking that you're calling him to do business because of his billboard. But you're going to call him and say, hey, I got a better idea of how you can save money that you spent on your billboard and grow your business. He's going to say, well, what is it? Well, it's a joint venture. Doesn't going to cost you a penny, maybe a little bit of time, but it's going to bring you more of your ideal prospects and clients. Are you interested? Can I get together with you and share with you how the idea can work? Okay. So billboards, even look in like local newspapers, local magazines and publications, the chamber publication. Nothing against the chamber. I love chambers. I'm actually on the board of my local chamber. And we have a beautiful publication that we put out, and they sell advertising to it. Okay. Now, I say this a little tongue in cheek. I'm going to call every one of those people that advertise in that publication, and I'm going to show them other ways they can leverage their dollars to get more clients. I'm not going to necessarily tell them not to spend money on advertising, but I am going to show them that there's another way that they can redirect their money and energy and even time through a joint venture to get more and better qualified clients. Okay. Now, I'm a pretty good copywriter. I create good ads, and I get a little business once in a while from an ad here or there. But typically it's money down a rat hole. Now, it is good what I call top of mind awareness. Okay. That's one of the big reasons I have an ad, is it keeps my picture, my image, my message in front of people so that in the back of the mind, they see it. So when I do make a call to them, or I do see them on Zoom or in a mixer, that they go, oh, you're the guy in the ad. Yeah, I recognize you, right? So it creates a little junior celebrity status, as they say. So what I'm trying to get across to you is advertising is good if you're using it as top of mind awareness marketing. It's not always the best form of call to action marketing. Now, you can put certain things in there like, hey, go to this website and download our free report on 8 ways to grow your business, or 8 things the IRS doesn't want you to know about with regards to your retirement plan, or things of that nature. That will get some action. And those are going to be people that are actually doing research, trying to prove why they don't need you. Okay. So just, food for thought. All right. Now, in addition to working with those joint ventures that they're looking to grow their business too, even the best marketers in the world are having a difficult time with regards to getting more business. Okay. So it's just a challenge, that we are dealing with. It doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. It's something that you just have to be aware of, that most people are getting lost in the scroll hole. They go on Instagram, Facebook, even LinkedIn, and there's no end. So there's that little part of our brain, the monkey mind, that just wants to keep scrolling. It wants some form of completion, and it's looking for the end, but it doesn't know what the end looks like, right? And so as they're scrolling, basically we've got about 2 seconds to get their attention. And most businesses are up against the same thing. So that's not necessarily where we want to put all of our marketing efforts. Where we want to put our marketing efforts are with people that are engaging with the people we want to meet already, right? So if the accountant is spending some time with my ideal prospect or client, they've got the opportunity to tee me up, to position me as a trusted advisor or expert that they should get to know. That's the best use of our time and energy, is creating that relationship to tee that up. Okay. And vice versa. Same is true with their services. So there you go. The key to succeeding in this economy is having the right information in the right order, backed by action. Okay. So here's where I want you guys to start. first things first is make that list. Make a list of those providers of products and services that are providing something of value to your clients or prospective clients, but are not in competition with you. So for all you advisors out there, it's going to be the attorneys, it's going to be the accountants, might even be a mortgage broker. Okay. Make a list of those. Now, I want you to break that list into two. There's list number one are those that you already have a relationship of some kind with, right? They know who you are. The other list are people that don't know you. Okay. Now, you're going to put together your approach and your proposition, and you're going to craft it, and it's going to be a nice little package that you're then going to share with each of those lists. And the trick is to break it down to about 25 of each. Think of this. If you put that package in front of 50, 25 that you know and have a relationship with, and 25 that you don't know and they may not know you, and you start to get interest, you're going to find that there's going to be about 10 overall that have some interest and want to learn more. Okay, because you're there to help them grow their business. They're going to want to learn more. The smart ones are. Okay, the other ones that think they know everything, you know, spare me your brilliance. Grab your wallet, go the other way. You're looking for the open-minded people. Okay, now you're going to approach them, the ones that say, yeah, this looks good. You're going to approach them with your proposition, but you're going to create a special offer to each of their clients or each other's clients, meaning you're going to give some thought to what can I bring to the table that's going to make this accountant look really good in front of their clients. And it's going to get my name in front of their clients. And there's going to be an entree of some sort through an introduction, or they're going to offer my videos or my special report or something. Okay. So you're going to create that special offer. Next is you're going to create an easy, really non-threatening response device. Okay. That's just a fancy name for a lead magnet. Okay. For us, our lead magnet are those 7 videos. I also have several online books that I use as a lead magnet or a non-threatening response device. And now what that means is, again, remember, there's now buyers, people that are ready to buy now, and they're going to go with who they have a relationship with. So if you don't have that relationship with them, they're probably not going to go with you. So we're really targeting the future buyers. And the future buyers are in data gathering mode. They're doing their homework to find out what they need to do and not do. And they're actually trying to gather enough information to prove to themselves that they don't need your help or your product or your service, and that there is a better, cheaper alternative. So your lead magnet, your non-threatening response device, right, needs to be educational. It needs to be something that they want to learn, that's going to help them do it themselves. And that's okay. You're going to give them, here's what you need to do, but to do it, they need you in how to do it. So give away the what to do all day long. That's the free. That's the give, the give, the give, and that helps them get educated. But you charge for the how to do it. Okay? How to fill out the paperwork, how to select the right investments, how to decide what is the best form of insurance, and how to program permanent versus temporary insurance, okay, and weave that web. So that's the how. That people have to pay you for. But the what to do, give it away all day long. So you can create an easy special report or article or even a book or a video that people will want to exchange their email for so that they can get the information. And if you've got these other joint ventures, these strategic partners, putting that offer out, it's guilt by association, right? They trust, know, and like the accountant. The accountant says, hey, check out this report. Get here, go to this link, put your information in there. You get it for free because you know me and so forth. That's going to pay dividends, huge dividends. So you got to have a couple lead magnets. And then finally, is you get all the names into your database, meaning you create that web form that captures the email, or you have a regular meeting with your joint venture partner and you go over the names of people that they've identified are a good prospect for you. Okay. That's how we want to work this, is just going back and forth, okay, with the strategic partner. So step number one, make your list. Approach number two, or excuse me, step number two is approach them with your idea, with your proposition of how you can make their life better, that's packed with a ton of benefits and impact and even transformation for them and their clients, so that it makes them look like the hero to their clients. Create a special offer with regards to what you're going to put together. Create an easy, non-threatening lead magnet like we talked about, and then have a way to capture those names and the information in your database. Because once you've got the name, now you get to communicate to them. You get to warm them up, because again, they're future buyers. They're not ready to buy yet. But if they get some good information from you on behalf of the accountant, and then you follow up with a couple other good pieces in addition to that, now when you do pick up the phone and you call, and you will have to pick up the phone, okay, there's no way around it. Be willing to pick up the phone. When you pick up the phone, guess what? They know you. And if you've done a good job, they like you and they like what you're offering. You've got some trust and credibility. Now you get to dive into the deeper end of the conversation sooner rather than later to help them get what they really need. This is how it works, okay? But you've got to have a system to be able to do that, okay? Any questions at this point? Let me know what questions you might have. All right, so here's what I want to give you guys. Some of you have already jumped into the 10-point challenge. Now, this is something that years ago, I used to charge like $2,500 for. I'm not charging for this anymore. I'm just basically making it an offer. This is kind of my lead magnet, if you will, for my community. But there's so much goodness in it that you don't want to starve at the barbecue. So I basically given it to you for free. And what it is, it's a 10-point challenge. You're going to get 10 lesson plan emails from me with other things that you can do to grow your business, right? Including things like the JV that we talked about. So there's 10 points. Takes like 10 minutes a day just to do the work and get through it. If you do this over the course of 30 days, you're going to get 3 clients as a result of it. So all you need to do is go to probrilliance.com/10-day, sign up. Doesn't cost anything. There's not going to be an upsell. Okay. Don't worry about that. This is just additional value added information for you to help you grow your business. If you've got your phone handy, you can take a picture of that QR code. It'll take you there as well. So don't starve at the barbecue. And one of the things that's available in this 10-point challenge is you get 30 minutes with me. You get 30 minutes of my time where you can bring whatever bottleneck or situation or issue that you might be up against that you're trying to get some more clarity. And we'll work through that. We'll get you the clarity that you need to keep you moving forward. So again, it's all about helping you get 1% growth every single week so that by the end of the year, you've grown your business by 50%. Cinch by the inch, hard by the yard. I'm all about making the progress along the way and having fun doing that. So that's it for today for our BizDev Gym. Again, GYM stands for Guide Your Mind. What we did is we guided your mind into the direction of exploring joint ventures. If you want to learn more about it, sign up for the 10-point challenge. And like I say, in the 30-minute breakthrough conversation, we can talk more and get any questions you have answered in that call. All right. All right, guys, that takes us to the end of our presentation. I wish you all a wonderful 3-day weekend. Hopefully you will take time off. And remember, if you're tired, get rest. If you're exhausted, get recreation. Okay, if you're exhausted, it means you're working too hard just in your business. So be sure to recreate. All right, take care and good selling. Bye for now.